Jackie Bradley Jr. back with the Boston Red Sox after signing with the Milwaukee Brewers in the offseason last year in February. But now the Red Sox get him back in a trade, in a 4-player trade. Bradley and infielder Alex Benelis and David Hamilton for the Brewers for Hunter Renfroe. So Hunter Renfroe, he's pretty decent in my opinion with the Boston Red Sox. And first I'll start off with Jackie Bradley Jr. Last season, in his only season with the Milwaukee Brewers, he had a horrible season. 6 home runs, 29 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, 39 runs scored in 387 at-bats with an awful 163 batting average and a 236 on base. So right here, Bradley got the good money from Milwaukee, where he, in 2020 in the shortened season, hit 283 with 7 homers and 22 RBIs. But last season was a mess in the National League Central with the Milwaukee Brewers. And right here, as far as fantasy baseball goes, I could see Bradley maybe having value, that he's comfortable in Boston. I thought he should have never left Boston, but obviously he was chasing the money. Things come back around here within a year that Jackie Bradley Jr. is back with the Boston Red Sox. So only in deeper leagues, I would probably target him on draft day after the horrible season last year, even though I know in Boston is where he wanted to be, but the money wasn't there. But now he's got the money, and now he's back with Boston after signing a 2-year deal last year. So later rounds, Bradley will be a target. Now Hunter Renfroe, this will be his 3rd team in as many seasons here for Renfroe. And Renfroe, we know he's a strikeout a lot type of guy, but he's got major power, 30 home run power. We've seen it with him throughout his career, obviously with the Red Sox and obviously with the Tampa Bay Rays seasons ago. So Renfroe last season, like I mentioned, 31 home runs, 96 RBIs, a stolen base, 89 runs scored, a 259 average, and a 315 on base. So a great season last year for Hunter Renfroe, cracking the 30 home run mark. Now he goes to Milwaukee, where they lost Aviles Garcia to the Miami Marlins. So they needed another power hitter in the lineup, and he's definitely a guy that's going to do that over there in Milwaukee, to go with a few decent players they got as well. Willie Adames, he was a great pickup last season. I know Eduardo Escobar, they lost in free agency here, was this Brewer team. So they definitely needed some power. And right here, Hunter Renfroe is the guy that's going to provide it for this team. And it wouldn't be surprising to me if he leads this team next season in home runs. So as far as fantasy baseball goes, he's a guy in the middle to later rounds I would target, because not a lot of people are in on Hunter Renfroe, I feel like. I'll probably target him anywhere from the 13th round or later is Renfroe, because he could be a 3rd or 4th outfielder on your roster. He could be one of your utility spots, and he's going to bring powers and RBI. So right here, I like the landing spot in Milwaukee as well. Not a great division where there's a lot of weak pitching over there in the NL Central. So a nice little trade going down before the lockout. Hunter Renfroe to Milwaukee and Jackie Bradley back to the Boston Red Sox. And we'll see what these two players could do for their teams in the upcoming season.